Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game 4 between Pennsylvania and Appalachian State. Pennsylvania was able to prevail 3-2 in Game 3 to stay alive in the series. They scored 3 runs in the first, Musial with a RBI ground to score Hornets Wagner, and a big 2-run home run from Mike Piazza. In the bottom of the sixth, Appalachian State was able to make some form of a comeback when Earl Combs ripped an RBI triple and a Pete Brown routing RBI single made it 3-2. But Christy Mathers pitched his best game of the year, and then Bruce Sutter pretty much shut down the Appalachian State Falcons 1-2-3 to pick up the win. On the mound today for Pennsylvania is Ed Walsh. Ed Walsh this year, really solid season this year. And they're going to face off against Jim Bunning, who went 14-11 with a very high 5.65 ERA. He did give up 257 hits and 207 innings and 25 home runs. Been struggling a little bit late, but they're going to need him to really deliver a solid performance if they're going to ever make any kind of noise here in the playoffs. So we're going to start this game going here. And Pennsylvania, their second game in a row, looking to stay alive and force a Game 5. Bunning, a 3-2 pitch here to Honus Wagner. The roof is closed today, so the elements here are not in play. Strike him out, nice fastball on the inside part of the plate for out number 1. The 0-1 to Ken Griffey Jr. There's a fly ball that's hit to right field. This will be playable for Jim Browning. He's Pete Browning. He's under it, and he makes the play for the second out of the inning. Piazza, in his last game, ripped a big 2-run home run to propel the win. He's 4 for 12 in his series with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. As a matter of fact, he's accounted for his team's only 2 home runs in this series. First ball hitting for Piazza. Ground ball, line drive, right to right. That'll end the inning. Nothing across here for Pennsylvania. In comes the Falcons, who will have Burkett, Combs, and Brett batting third today. Browning batting fourth. They put Brandon Lau at second base today to replace, hitting-wise, slumping Bill Mazeroski. He might come later in the game, though. First ball hitting here, 13-10 was Ed Walsh with an ERA of 4.44. There's a ground ball to second. Herb will fire to first. There's your first out of the inning. 7 of 14 for Earl Combs. He ripped an RBI triple last game. The 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive. There's right at Wagner, who pulls it in for the second out. Very nice play there. Just 1 for 13 for George Brett so far with an RBI. A 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball to second. He'll fire over to first in a 1-2-3 inning. Musial drove in a run on a ground ball. The 0-1 to him. He's 5 for 13 for this series. There's a line drive. There's a base hit up the middle. A leadoff single for Stan Musial. Hack Wilson is 5 for 13. He has also driven in a run. A 2-0 to Wilson. There's a high fly ball. It's in the left field, but this will be playable for Burkett. He's under it, makes the catch for the first out. Jackson just 2 for 12 this series. The 0-2 pitch to him. There's a ground ball to first. And Brett will throw it over to second base to get the lead runner out. Here's out number 2. Buddy Bell just 2 for 12 this series. First ball hitting, there's a steal attempt. The throw to second is not in time. And a stolen base. For Reggie Jackson. He's going to walk him. Tommy Herr, 3 for 11 this series. A 1-2. There's a fly ball to center. This is playable to Earl Combs. That'll end the inning. Despite the 2 runners, nothing across. Pete Browning David Wright and Todd Hundley to come up. And Walsh here pitched a flawless first. The 0-1 pitch to Browning, who batted 404 this year. Here's a drive to center, right at Griffey for the first out. David Wright, first ball hitting to him. 19 homers, 125 RBIs. There's a ground ball to short. Wagner makes the routine play to first. He got him. In comes Hundley. A 1-1 pitch to him. There's a line drive. There's a base hit the other way. So off the end of the bat, off the end of Hundley's bat for a hit to left. Brandon Lau making his first appearance of the series. The 1-2 pitch to him. Batted 241 with 2 overs, 21 RBIs. A fastball on the outside corner. Swings and a miss. Strike 3, that'll end it. So just despite the hit, nothing across here. It'll be Walsh, Wagner, and Griffey. A 1-0. Walsh batted 115 this year. Here's a line drive. There's a base hit down a line. Leadoff single here for Walsh to face Wagner. First ball hitting. Here's a line drive. There's a base hit by Wagner. First and second now. Walsh is running to third. He will make it first and third with nobody out. Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 1 today. A 1-2 pitch to him. Here's a drive to center. And Combs makes the catch, makes a good throw to keep him at third, excuse me. Here's Piazza, the 3-2 to him. Here's a ground ball. 6. No, they don't go for the double play. And it'll be a run scored. He gets a job done here, Piazza. RBI ground out. And Walsh scores to make it 1-0 Pennsylvania. Here's Musial. The 1-2. It's a ground ball to second. Lau will throw the first. That'll end it. But they do pick up a run. Pennsylvania up 1-0. Reese, Bunning, and Burkett. Reese, the 2-0 pitch to him. There's a line shot. There's a base hit the other way. And a leadoff single for Reese. Now Bunning with an opportunity to sort of make his at bat meaningful here. The bunt. He bunts it, but it is caught in the air. Nice play by Walsh to get the first out. Here's Burkett. And he caught stealing. Caught stealing is Reese. There's the second out. The 0-1 to Burkett. There's a line shot base and a drive, but right into the hands of Wilson to end the inning, to end the threat. Top of the fourth, Hack Wilson. A 2-2 pitch by Bunning. There's a ground ball to third, right to Brett for the first out. Reggie Jackson, the 2-2. There's a ground ball to second. Lau will throw to first. They got him for at number 2. Buddy Bell. There's a drive to center. Combs comes in. That'll end the inning. And a fairly routine 1-2-3 inning for Appalachian State here. Combs coming in. Takes a pitch for ball. Strike on the outside corner. Another strike called here. The 1-2 by Walsh. Struck him out. Inside corner. Combs doesn't like the call, but it was in there. Brett. 1-1 pitch to him. There's a ground ball. The base hit to right. So 1-out single from Brett here. And he gets on. Here's Pete Browning. A 2-0 pitch to him. Here's a ground ball right to the pitcher who will throw to second to get him. Nice play there. They get the lead runner for the second out. 0-1 to right. There's a ground ball to third. Nice throw by Bell to end the inning. to the top of the fifth. Her, Walsh, and Wagner. First ball hitting for her here. There's a line drive. There's a base hit. Well hit ball by Tommy Herr. Eddie Walsh bunts it. He'll throw to second to get the lead runner. Nice play there for the first out. Wagner, the 1-2. There's a ground ball, the base hit to left. First and second, one out, 61 pitches thrown so far from Bunning. Pitch to Griffey, the 2-0. There's a line drive, there's a base hit to right. Now throw to the plate, they got him. Great throw by Browning to nail down Walsh again. And that's the second out of the inning with a big throw, and it keeps it 1-0. It is first and second, however. With 2 down for Mike Piazza. 0 for 2 has driven in a run. The 1-2 to Piazza. There's a fly ball that's into right field. This will be playable for Browning. This will end the inning. And a monster throw by Browning to prevent Pennsylvania from making it, from extending the lead to 1-0. Todd Hundley, a 1-0. There's a ground ball to second. Herr will fire to first and collect the first out. Brendan Lau here is 0 for 1 today, striking out. And looking to get on base here. 2-1 here. It's a ball. Another pitch here taken for Lau. Another pitch is a ball. Oh, the count is full here, 3-2. Walsh fires. It's a ground ball to short. Wagner picks it up, fires the first, collects the second out of the inning. Well done here. Pee Wee Reese, the 1-0, who singled the last time up. There's a ground ball to short. Again, Wagner picking it up, throwing the first, collects the outs. Now in the inning. Here is Musial, Wilson, and Jackson. Musial's 1 for 2, the 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive, base hit down a line into the corner. That'll be a for extra bases for Musial. He makes it in time with a double. Wilson, a 1-2. Struck him out. Nice fastball. High and in. The 3-2 to Jackson. He walks him. Buddy Bell, the 1-2. There's a line drive. There's a base hit the other way. The throw is not in time. And on to score. On to score here is Musial. So Buddy Bell. But an RBI single the opposite field to make it 2-0 here. And at the Appalachian State Falcons, going to get that bullpen ready. David Carpenter in the bullpen. Johnny Venters in the bullpen. Herr, then Walsh to come on in. A 3-0 to Walsh. To Herr. He gets walked. I'll bring in Eddie Walsh here. A 1-2 pitch to him. Struck him out on a curveball. There's a big second out, but you're going to have to contend with Honus Wagner's 2 for 3 today. A 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. And Brett will pick it up and pick up the out, but not before Pennsylvania scores another run. We've now made it 2-0. Jim Bunning to come on in. And he's looking to get on here. They want to keep him in the ball game. And ball 2. Then he's for a strike. Ball 3. Count's full here. Line drive and a base hit up the middle for Jim Bunning. Burkett, who was so far over 2 today. And looking to get his first hit of the game. Not an easy thing to do with Walsh here, but he is ahead in the count. A 2-2 pitch here. Ground ball to second, 4-6, 6-3 double play. Beautiful double play there. The 0-1 to Combs is a ground ball to third. Bell will fire it to first to pick up the outs. Another shutout inning for Ed Walsh here. Griffey Jr., Piazza, Musial to come up. A 1-2 to Griffey. Struck him out. Nice changeup for strike 3. A 2-1 to Piazza. A line drive and a base hit to left. They're going to take him out of the ball game here, and Johnny Venters will replace Jim Bunning. A 1-1 pitch here. Here's a drive. It'll be for extra bases. Musial absolutely tears the cover off the ball. In there with a double is Musial. Ground ball to short. They'll keep the runners close by. There's a big out right there. There's Reggie Jackson. The 1-2. Struck him out. Nice fastball. Nice pitch by Johnny Venters. And he found a way to move around a Musial double. Brett, Browning, and Wright to come on in here with Eddie Walsh still pitching great baseball here. But 0-1. There's a fly ball that is sent to left, but this will be playable for Hack Wilson. There's out number 1. Pete Browning, the 2-2. There's a ground ball to short. Wagner fires at the first. There's a second out. David Wright to 1-1. There's a ground ball to third. Buddy Bell will fire first. That'll end the inning. And another 1-2-3 inning here. And Appalachian State here running the risk of going back to Pennsylvania trying to win their third game of the series. Johnny Venters will be removed from the ball game. In comes David Carpenter. And Al Holland getting ready in the bullpen. There's Buddy Bell, who's single and driven on a run. There's a weak pop up to first. This will be an easy play for George Brett for the first out. First 1 for 2 at a walk today. 3-1 pitch. He walks him again. 0-1 to Walsh. And this is the bunt. Bunt. Moving to first. The sacrifice works. And there's your second out. 2 for 4's Wagner today, the 0-1. It's a ground ball. What a great play. But Wright will not be able to get him. It'll be an infield hit. In comes Tyler Clippard. You have Holland warming up, Billy Wagner getting ready. And at some point, you're going to have to keep some of your pitchers here. There's Tyler Clippard, the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. What a pitch. That'll end it. Nothing across here for Pennsylvania. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Todd Hundley to face Ed Walsh. Nice breaking ball here for strike 1. Holds up for 1-1. Here's a drive to center, high, deep, at the track, and he caught it. What a beautiful catch by Griffey Jr. for the first out. A brilliant catch right here. Brandon Lau's over 2 today. And looking at his first hit of the game. Let's get on base here. Well, ball base hit up the middle for Brandon Lau. He gets on base here. And Pee Wee Reese to come on in. The 0-2 to him. There's a ground ball. There's a base hit. Base hit to left, a hit and run single. First and third now with 1 down. And out comes Tyler Clippard. And Al Bunbury to come in and pinch hit. Will be making his first appearance of the series here. A 3-2 pitch here to Bunbury. There's a ground ball right down the line. They get him. Nobody scores, but Reese goes to second, however, on the play. There's Burkett. That's a double play. A screwball for a strike here. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1 low. Call the strike to run at full. A 3-2 pitch here with runners at second and third and 2 down. The 3-2. There's a line drive, but right at Wagner will fire to first out of any inning. And the threat has been snuffed. Wagner prevails and on to the top of the ninth. And we'll see Piazza, Musial, and Wilson. In comes Al Holland. To hopefully keep this game intact here. The 1-2 pitch to Piazza. There's a line shot. There's a base hit up the middle. Well, that was really well hit. Here's Musial. The 3-1. Well, line drive, but right at the third baseman, right, round number 1. 3-1 to Wilson. There's a line shot, base hit the other way. First and second with 1 out for Reggie Jackson. The 1-1. Here's a high fly ball deep at the wall. That'll score in 1 run. It might score 2 here. A 2-run double in the top of the ninth for Reggie Jackson. And now Pennsylvania's double lead to 4-0. The 1-1 to Bell. There's a ground ball, base hit up the middle. Jackson will come in to score. And an RBI single, his second hit of the game, has now made it 5-0 Pennsylvania. A 1-2 to her. Struck him out. A pitch to Walsh. A 3-2 to him. Struck him out. But not before they score 3. Now they're just 3 outs away here. Walsh still in the ball game. As Earl Combs, 1-0 pitch to him. There's a line shot, but right at the third baseman Bell. There's the first out. George Brett, 1 for 3 today. High pop up. It'll be caught by Jackson. There's your second out of the inning. Pete Browning 0 for 3 today. A 2-2 pitch to him. Weak ground ball. The catcher picks up. Piazza will throw to first. That'll end it, and a complete game shutout by Ed Walsh. A complete game shutout by Ed Walsh has forced a Game 5 between Appalachian State and Pennsylvania. And once again, the road team does not win. And an incredibly well-pitched game. And Walsh, Bunning did as best as he could to keep this close, and it just wasn't enough here. The winning pitcher is Eddie Walsh. He goes to 1-0, 9 innings, 6 hits, and just 2 strikeouts. A tough loss there for Jim Bunning. He didn't pitch poorly, but he does get tagged with the loss. 6 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He gets tagged with the loss. Johnny Venters pitched 2/3 of an inning, surrendering a hit and a strikeout. Then David Carpenter pitches 2/3 of an inning, surrenders a hit, gives up a walk, but that's it. Tyler Clippard pitched 1/3 of an inning, collected a strikeout, and Al Holland just completely imploded. 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. Struck out 2 men, but it was all over but the crying at that point. So Verlander, Burdette, Cooper, and Bunning. Cooper and Bunning have picked up the losses. Verlander had a no decision, and Burdette is the only one to pick up any kind of wins. Eddie Walsh, however, was able to save his bullpen. The win, the complete game, and the shutout. And who knows who's going to come in and pitch here? Will it be Mike Mussina? Will it be Eddie Plank? Will it be, so there's options here for sure. Mazeroski did not enter the ball game, of course, oddly enough. They're hoping to get more offense. They got some offense from Brandon Lau. But Brandon Lau went for 3, and he struck out a batter. Wasn't terrible at all. 0 for 1 for Al Bumbry. He makes his first appearance of the series. Jesse Burkett went 0 for 4. Earl Combs went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. And last 2 games, the Homes just not haven't hit the ball well. George Brett has not hit the ball well at all this series. Pete Browning, once again, he doesn't hit the ball particularly well either. David Wright, over 3, and he's gone over his last 10. Todd Hundley had a big game with 2 home runs. Went for 3 in the ball game with a hit the other way. Pee Wee Reese went 2 for 3. And that's about it. They just didn't muster much in terms of offense. But a big win here for Pennsylvania. They now force a game 5. They're going back home. I think they're pretty happy about that. Yeah, doubles from Jackson, 2 doubles from Musial in the ball game. A stolen base for Jackson, 3 for 5 for Honus Wagner. Struck out once. Ken Griffey Jr. Went 1 for 5 with a couple of strikeouts. Mike Piazza, another fine performance, went 2 for 5 RBI, runs scored. Musial went 3 for 5 with a run scored. And 2 doubles in this ball game. Hack Wilson went 1 for 5 with a run scored. He struck out once. Reggie Jackson 1 for 4 with a double. He drove in 2 runs with his double. Scored a walk. Strikeouts. Buddy Bell went 2 for 4. 2 RBIs and a walk. Tommy Herr goes 1 for 3. 2 walks. He struck out. Ed Walsh 1 for 4 runs scored. Jackson stole second base of the series. And we're going to have a game 5 at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. So the final score here was 5-0, 5 runs, 15 hits for Pennsylvania. Appalachian State 0 for no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher was Eddie Walsh. The losing pitcher was Jim Bunning. Time of the game, 3 hours and 37 minutes, 44,834 fans. So on behalf of the WBA and the WBA television network, this is John Papageorgiou wishing you a pleasant evening and see you next time.